solid like a dog. A very leafy dog. I'd pity you. But Shepra the Ineffable have no patience for weakness. Laughing in the faces of my enemies, of course. Little do they know, the most powerful sorcerer the world has ever known scuttles on their very shores. This power is my birthright, same as yours, but one of us has grown to astounding heights, and the other has sunk to depths too humiliating to describe. Pity. Sorcerers dance while magisters pull the strings. Fools all! But of course, they'll happily dump your maggot-ridden corpse into the sea when they're through with you. Ha! Of course, precious. But which is worse, the cure or the disease?
He say he likes it big and strong, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. He twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs, he strokes and pokes like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. He say he likes it thick and long, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. He say he likes it big and strong, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. He twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs, he strokes and pokes like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long, and combs it out all dilly-eye day.
Fullest of Vinewood scum. Void can consume their joy, their misery.
He say he likes it thick and long, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. He say he likes it big and strong, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. He twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs, he strokes and pokes like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long, and combs it out all dilly-eye day. Come on, you stubborn hunk of garbage.
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood nailed to the skeleton of an old ship. His whole body strains with the effort of wrenching the plank free, to no avail.
Ah! Eh? Oh, that. Won't be my first or last roll on a lost boat. Reckon I might have had a harder time of it without your help, though. Bravery on the high seas is rewarded tenfold in the hall, you know. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got business to attend to.
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and rubs them together.
Bleeding nail must be... Go on then, give it a go.
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted nail pops loose, and the plank promptly crumbles to pieces in your hand.
Oh, look at that. Nice of you to finish the job after I... loosened her up. For your trouble. I suppose it were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap, but I couldn't help myself from trying.
He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
He gives you a wry look, as though deciding whether to trust you.
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place. That's the spirit.
He lifts an invisible cap and bows with the grace of a courtier.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's... well, the name's dead and buried. What matters is what they call me. Well, that's quite the story. Suffice to say, I'd at least be cap... Anyhow, we're a team now, so the me is not half as important as the us. Capital. Well, that's that sorted.
We can consume their joy, their misery.
early memories are overshadowed by a terrifying death, a tempest of teeth, scales, and snarl. You are ever sodden, ever sandy. The smell of... Looking around Fort Joy, you feel excited. And
Fullest of Vinewood scum.
the woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but...
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. You here alone?
She gives you a long...
You keep them friends of you. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better.
Patience, Mal. Patience.
Used to be I had a family. Then they brought us here. Now I'm just waiting for a...
Her eyes...
Kind of you to ask. Stefan?
She talks for some time about birthdays. Joy radiates from her.
What a gift to think. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one.
Cowrie, cockle, clown.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. For I am an elf. The tongue of others is not my tongue. You may speak of then and where. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see, I see. Now tell me more. I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. Ah, you want reunion. We can see the things we lose. It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore.
Keep a name out your mouth, Elbow.
Easy now, old chap. It isn't my fault she's dead. Smell, though.
I'm gonna give you one more chance to shut that ugly mouth of yours.
Goodness, but this place has made you cranky. Perk up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about.
Give me be, Sam.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, it's much better off.
Leave it, Sam. I won't say it again.
But why?
When another divine arises,
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. Advice? Hold on to yourself, my friend. The fort is full of decent folks turned savage by confinement. Do not let it happen to you. My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the Divine. Why? Naturally. How could one not? We've used Source for thousands of years. We have used it to heal, to grow. How can it be that it suddenly summons these horrors from the void? And when will Alexander ascend?
Oh, 10 bottles of mead. Not drawing many winning cards of late, but I won't be crying over it. Sailed away from my last island prison scot-free. No reason I can't do it again. You noticed that, eh? Well, I'm a lot of things, but subtle ain't one of them. So, there's some things you ought to know about me. I'm sort of... kinda royalty. I mean, I never wore a crown. Not with diamonds in it, anyway. I once stuck a wreath on my head and... Oh, sorry. Anywho, let's just get it out there. I'm a bastard. The literal kind. And the other kind. To make an overlong story over short, I started the rebellion and got caught and exiled to an island prison. Like Fort Joy, but 10 times worse. I would have died there, and then I came upon the Victory. Nice ship. The royal sailors walked the plank as well as you could hope for. I'm no pirate. I just play the part. Now let's see how quick I can tell you the rest. Queen Justinia's ordered some dwarf named Lohar to ambush a ship, so... yeah, hoping to find this Lohar fellow and stop the Operation Downfall thing.
The dwarf slaps his knees and chest until a buoyant rhythm develops and begins to, well...
They stole me boots and burned. Oh, not bad for being off the top of me head.
He bows to an almost comic...
Welcome
To the joy, my fate.
Well, I wasn't feeling so welcome till now. You almost had me down. You got any more songs in you?
Well, I got a right good rebel whooper.
Gotta admit, I'm tired of hearing the shanties all...
One royalist tune coming up. Oh, Macca Smiles, bastard born, the man of life in rain. A pitiful sight is inadequate.
Ha! I knew there'd be some good lines in there. Quivering lump. Too funny to be mad at.
The Royal Guard. They'd sing this while wandering the hinterlands. Look,
Beast looks to the ground for a moment, but just a moment. His
Those with...
Alexander risen yet?
say, I don't know any elvish ditties. Got nothing spicy enough to keep my mind off this place for a few bars.
The dwarf hums the tune back to you and breaks into a huge smile. He shakes your hand, unwilling to interrupt the song, and keeps humming.
That's what happened when us did. We'll source back.
Oh, 10 bottles of mead.
No, let's not get nasty.
It's a
1,000 bottles
we
of
find
dust.
the course is so dangerous. What if
50 bottles of tears. Oh,
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just, oh, noble. Good luck with you all.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing the life from me. Do you? You seem fine. Don't you feel how tight this collar is? And there...
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the...
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue jester this round. Ah, grab it in your gobblers, the both of you.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No. Just 'cause the pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat ya.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy girl.
Right, that's right.
Looky here, mates. A fresh... Why don't you join us in a round? No problem, Freshie. In that case, enjoy your stay. I'm sure the Reds told ya. No one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Are you really gonna make this so hard, Freshie? We'll see about that, Freshie.
Worms take you.
The priest's jaws might be sewn shut with fishing wire, so harshly do they clench at the sight of Beast. He speaks one clipped, precise syllable.
Son. I'm not offended by the Beast, no matter how foul that name feels to my lips. Just disappointed.
He turns his attention to Beast himself, whose face looks oddly blank, given his usual rambunctious demeanour.
Did you think your merry band could try to toss Justinia into the sea and the clouds would turn to rainbows? A storm of your making still rages, and whenever word of your deeds reaches her ears, lightning strikes. When your flunkies scream for revolution, I know what they're really screaming for, Beast. And I know it's dwarven blood being shed.
Someone had to stand up to Justinia. Not all of us are like you religious types. You fold up your hands and pray. Like that's going to feed the hungry and bathe the young. I'm not given to prayer. I just get things done.
I would sooner implore Duna to intervene than to leave behind a trail of crimson limbs for the innocent to clean away.
The priest collects himself. His eyes still burn, but his words are ice.
May the Seven bless you, Beast. Lest the void overtake and devour. Greetings, child. You must be very far from your homelands indeed. Hurts to be so far from your loved ones, eh? I know the feeling. Troubles me to hear that. Now that the divine has gone, our world's done.
You there? Elf? I'm looking for an inmate. A smallish man, thick spectacles, prone to somewhat eccentric chatter. He wears a large bronze pendant with a dragon stamped into it. Have you seen him? Useless. It is a very important matter that I locate this Migo. Tell me if you hear mention of him.
I don't need bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or brisk?
Dear one, help me teach this beast. He must respect.
Respect? Ha! Someone...
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his...
Just stand aside, won't you?
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts grit.
Burrow looks you both up and...
Ah, get out of...
The elf smiles and bows to you.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand. He grips your hand tight.
Say, you don't look... I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of...
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. The usual way. Haphazard, two heads are better than one.
He grins,
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Right you are.
You gonna pray all day, buddy? You gonna pray all day, buddy? Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, God, not now. Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, God, not now. Indigestion, or is it... Oh, God, not now.
So, time to find this Boris fellow.
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf. Why do you want to help one of them?
Dallas, you maniac. Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, gods. Not now. Oh, I don't feel so good. Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh, gods. Not now.
You watch yourself. Oddballs don't last long around here.
He hasn't changed.
I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
Ifan shrugs off his backpack and reaches into its depths. After rummaging around, he holds out a tattered page to you, upon which...
Have a read of my contract and find out.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
Ah, you've read my contract. What does that look in your eye mean?
He raises an eyebrow and full...
Me, not you. It's my contract, but you can come along for the ride. Good to know.
I don't feel so good.
Soon as I saw that glint in your eye, I knew we'd make a solid team.
He freezes and shoots you a wary glance, looking for all the world like a wild animal caught in the lantern light of a racing carriage.
Well, why not? Go ahead. That I did. In Lucian's own army.
He presses his lips tightly together and looks away. There's a coldness in his eyes you haven't seen until now.
There's a reason I don't wear order garb anymore. But let's talk about those old days another time. Thanks for understanding. Now, let's keep moving. I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
Seeming surprised, Ifan gladly takes the drink.
Ah, that hit the spot.
He holds the flagon out. The alcohol hits you like the void itself. Your head spins and your feet...
This reminds me of sharing Rotgut with Roost and the boys back at camp. Wish they weren't so far. So tell me, if we weren't stuck here, what would you be doing with your time? Not what I'd choose for myself, but you do you. Relic of Flame. That brew went straight to my bladder. If you'll excuse me. I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
Ivan smiles and salutes at you.
Alexander.
The soldier stares straight ahead, knees locked. Perspiration beads upon her upper lip.
I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Please.
The guard's eyebrows furrow, and he makes a small motion with his head, suggesting you get out of the way. Now.
I repeat myself?
But I know nothing of any Verdus.
Didn't I? We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Atusa, please.
Your god answered, didn't I? Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have...
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, elf!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with two...
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you. The fate of our realm hangs in Dallas.
Yes, your holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Savages. That's all these people are.
Better her than me.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas! He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot.
Where is he?
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastic.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube. And you were you. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? I saw you fall. We all did. Thought you were done for. When we get out of this place, I owe you a pint. So you managed to swim to safety, is that it? What about when you were in the water? I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eye... She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours. Dark pupils dilated into great black... Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pink...
Anyway... What were we talking about? Ah, yeah. It was a shipwreck, all right. Applies to a lot of situations, actually. It's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... hospitable? Put it like this. You've never been a host, but I'm a roadside inn. Like a goddamn Gold Star inn.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted. So, how are you enjoying the joy? so true. And you can stay as long as your heart desires, free of charge. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few. Lately, I've been into the enchant. Sounds fine. So, yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought.
Amidst a crowd of screw...
And what you after? I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? All manner of things.
As you approach the unsmiling Magister, Ifan catches your eye.
I need to talk to this one for a few moments.
Ifan strides up to the Magister, speaking in a calm and controlled...
Don't! I'll give you the information. Here, just...
Ifan walks back to you, leaving the quivering wreck of a Magister behind. Ifan catches you looking over at him. He raises his eyebrows.
Oh, it's just practice. All in the way you set your jaw, lass. I'll teach you someday. I only do it when it's necessary. And it was necessary back there. He wanted me to kill someone. I didn't want to kill them. Being a little impolite seemed the least bad option. That's about the size of it for me, all right.
After reading the scrap of paper he took from the Magister, Ifan...
Leave me. Go.
She smiles and reaches up.
Sorry. I almost forget sometimes.
I can't... can't...
Say, do all lizards smell like oranges, or is it just that crazy fellow with the pointy tail?
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort. Why, look at that. Just what I ordered. Ain't you a peach, love? And old Dean here'd thank you too if he could.
I'm hungry.
Poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Doomed to be sure, but I'd like to ease his way out. Lucky you came out of it at all. Plenty of folks around of here haven't, and it's me who ends up wrist deep in the gore.
Oh, Emmy.
I've spotted something. I need to dig here. So this is Fort George.
Let me guess. You're here for a match. Dunno what you heard, but they won't take it easy on you just 'cause you're an elf. You'll find out. Not scared, are ya? Go on, down the hatch.
Psst. Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, girl? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up.
What?
Like you wanted.
Take your coin then. You, elf. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to me now. Just like everyone else. But don't worry.
Nothing.
What do you want, freak? Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
Goodness, but this place has made you crazy.
Fool. Sam, I won't say it again.
Come, old chap. Don't be unreasonable. Better even to puke yourself to death than get purged, don't you think? You should be happy for greed.
What did you say?
That's what happened, isn't it?
Bleeding snake.
Now, please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not her, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you...
A flat smile.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul. The love of my life.
He tenderly runs a hand.
If she were here, she'd tell me this plank is crooked. Chastise me for using warped wood on her final bed.
The man holds a hand.
Bastard.
I'm meeting someone here. That someone ain't you.
I hope you love your bell, my friend. Its chimes help you find what you seek, or help what you seek find you.
The dwarf is still happily humming the tune you showed him. He winks as you pass by.
It's getting tighter. I can hardly breathe.
see them, miss? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself. They were so close, almost within arm's reach. A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. Easy enough to say in times of peace, but look around. The Void Woken are coming, miss.
The woman looks up as you approach, wiping her brow with a grease-blackened hand.
What do you need? Ha! The hammer got you curious. Yeah, funny name for a gal like that. When I knew her, the Feather would have been a likelier name. Oh, I dunno. She was a sweet soul, quiet, loved her family. Always seemed strong as I recall, but she didn't come across as no fearless military leader back then. She was just a girl. People do change, don't they?
She nods once.
Clever lass, her. No wonder what Alexander sees in her. Question is, what she sees in him. Dallas, you maniac.
The Magister stares at the ground, unaware of your presence.
Bad luck
With a
to that
start,
one of them.
she looks up and...
The Divine is dead. The Bishop is all we have left. Is it that easy for your...
Her voice trails.
I do wish Alexander would ascend soon. They say his power... It's quite the pickle. I wish it every night. More... Oh, but who didn't then? He was driving the Black Ring. I put my faith in the Bishop.
Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with humor.
You. Quite lost now. A little query. Where grows the yarrow?
The creature gingerly takes...
Darling, dear. Dear, darling...
The creature begins to weep.
For you, my ring. Pretty. It's been too long, my dear.
little reprieve from the din outside.
State your business. Certainly. You may not be a lizard. If it's trade you're looking for, I've made a... That's for you to decide.
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Magisters I handle, but small ones. We do not have many in my tribe anymore. And in yours? I never know how lucky we are.